You want to learn AWS? Yes, you need to have an AWS account. G'day everyone, this is Harry from Stock Quick Tech. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create an AWS account and host your own website for free. You ready? Let's get started. Okay, let's go to Google and search AWS new account, create account, sign up now. Then we click create a new AWS account. And now here you need to type in your user email address and give it a AWS account name as well. And select verify email address. You should receive the verification code. And then click verify. Okay, now it's time to type in your password. Just keep your password secure, please. Okay, it's time to fill in all your private information. Here you can select personal if you want. And now it's time to fill in your credit card or debit card information. So here you don't have to worry about AWS charge you as long as your usage is below the AWS free tier within the first 12 months. That'll be fine. And then you need to click verify and continue. And here you can select text messages or voice calls to verify your account. Or you can say to verify if you are a person or a machine. Done. Here you select basic support, which is free, and then you now can go to the AWS console. Now you need to type in your user email address, and next type in your password here, and then sign in. Now we are at the AWS console. Now you have an AWS account. It's time to build a simple website. The service we need now is called EC2, which is Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud. Interesting name, eh? When you launch an EC2 instance, it's like you're seeking AWS to set up a virtual machine for you, and you can run your applications on it, or use it as a web host server. Okay, now let's build our website. Now here we're at the AWS console. There's a search bar on the top, and we click service, and you can see there's quite a lot of different services. And on the left side, you see the different service catalogs. For EC2, it's sitting in compute categories, but we can definitely use the search bar to search EC2. We can add it as a favorite. Now we just click EC2. Okay, now we can launch our instance. We click launch instances, click here, and we give it a name, probably my first web server. And we can see EC2 support different kinds of operating systems. Here we are gonna use Amazon Linux 2, but it definitely supports Ubuntu, Red Hat, Windows, SUSE type of Linux. Regarding the instance type, there is a couple of free tier eligible instance type, T1 micro, T2 micro. But if we scroll down, you will see quite a lot of different types of large scale instances, which is pretty good. It gives us quite a lot of flexibilities. Here we just use T2 micro. And regarding the key pair, I've already created my own key pair. If you don't have one, you need to create a key pair for you to access the EC2 instances. Just give it a name and click create key pair. There will be an automated private key file downloaded to a local environment to save it. This is the security group, which is very important. You can understand it as an EC2 firewall. Here you can see we will enable allow SSH traffic from my own IP, which is used to make the instance secure. And as a web server, we'll allow HTTP traffic from the internet. If we scroll down, we can see advanced details. There's some other configurations that we can set, but here we just ignore it. We launch the instance. So we're just back to the EC2 instance, and then we can see the instance state is pending. So during this time, we just click instance ID and check the security tab. We can see the security groups. Let's check the rules. So we can see that port 80 is allowed for the inbound rows to all the IP ranges, but for SSH, only my home IP is allowed. For outbound rules, we can see all traffic are allowed because security group are stateful rules, which means any changes which are applied to an incoming rules is automatically applied to a rule which is outgoing. Okay, now we're back to instance. We see the instance data is running, and then we connect the instance. Here we're going to use SSH client way to connect to the EC2 instance. If you're on Mac or Linux, you can just use the terminal. I usually go to the folder where it stores all the key files. You can just follow the steps. You can just use the example command and copy paste to the terminals and run it. Just be aware the username for Amazon Linux 2 is ec2-user, and the private key needs to be in the folder that you run it. Then we're logged in. So usually we'll first run sudo yum update for the instance that we just created. It'll take a couple of seconds. Okay, once it is done, what we need to do next is we need to install a web server because we are hosting a website. So here we run sudo yum install httpd, which is Apache. Right, it is installed. So we use sudo systemctl to status httpd to check the status, and then we probably need to start it. And then we check the status again. Now it's active. So now we can go to see the var www.html folder to see there's nothing in it. When we go back to the browser and use the URL for the server, and then now we are on the server, but it's Apache test page. What we do next is we're going to create a very simple website. We just use nano index.html, and we can type in just a simple header h1. This is the web's page for StartQuick. Yep, it's saved. Then we go back to this URL again. We can see this is the web page for StartQuick Tech. Okay, now the website is built. Once you finish all your testing and learning, what you need to do is click the instance status and terminate the instance if you don't need it. That'll help you to save the cost. Now you should know how to build a website. If you think this is helpful, please click the like button to show your support, which is the significant motivation for me. If you want to get more cloud or tech related content, you can subscribe my channel and turn on the notifications, then you will never miss my next video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.